Please be advised that this content is for mature audiences only.
About 6:30 this morning, officials at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan discovered Jeffrey Epstein, the wealthy financier, unresponsive in his cell in the special housing unit. He was taken to a local hospital in Manhattan where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy is expected to be conducted later today. Attorney General William Barr in Washington issued a statement saying he was appalled that Epstein managed to commit suicide while in federal custody awaiting trial on sex trafficking and conspiracy charges. The FBI is investigating Mr. Epstein's death, and Attorney General Barr has ordered the Department of Justice's Inspector General to conduct its own inquiry into the matter. There are several unanswered questions at this time. Mr. Epstein had previously been on suicide watch following another incident a couple of weeks ago in which he sustained injuries to his neck. The authorities were already investigating how he came to receive those injuries, and at that point in time he had been placed on suicide watch. But the Associated Press reporting today that Mr. Epstein had been removed from suicide watch before he was found unresponsive. It also is worth mentioning that Mr. Epstein's death came a day after more than 2,000 pages of records were released in a related civil matter, including several explosive and salacious allegations involving Mr. Epstein, and several prominent world leaders, American businessmen's names also emerged in those documents.
Jeffrey Edward Epstein, born January 20th, 1953, died August 10, 2019, of a mysterious suicide while incarcerated. He was an American financier and convicted sex offender. Epstein, who was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, began his professional life by teaching at the Dalton School in Manhattan, despite lacking a college degree. After his dismissal from the school, he entered the banking and finance sector, working at Bear Stearns in various roles. He eventually started his own firm. Epstein developed an elite social circle and procured many women and children. He and some of his associates then sexually abused and trafficked them.
A wealthy money manager whose friends have included presidents and a prince is behind bars in Manhattan tonight. Jeffrey Epstein is accused of sex trafficking and molesting underage girls. As Mola Lenghi reports, it's the latest in a string of allegations.
Epstein's arrest by federal agents in New Jersey Saturday came as he stepped off his private jet when it arrived from Paris. The 66-year-old multi-millionaire hedge fund manager, also a registered sex offender, is accused of paying underage girls for massages and molesting them at his homes in Florida and New York, according to the Associated Press. Epstein has surrounded himself with a high-profile circle of friends, including then-private citizen Donald Trump, Prince Andrew, and former President Bill Clinton, who reportedly took more than 24 trips on Epstein's private jet between 2001 and 2003. In 2002, Donald Trump told New York Magazine, quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy, and that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." These charges in the Southern District of New York come more than a decade after Epstein's legal team struck a secret deal with federal prosecutors in Florida who allowed him to plead guilty to 2 lesser sex charges in state court. He served just 13 months in a county jail and was granted work release.
The nominee for Secretary of the Department of Labor will be Mr. Alex Acosta.
That non-prosecution agreement was arranged by Epstein's legal team and current Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta, who served as U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida at the time. Epstein's victims were kept in the dark and could not object. Brad Edwards, an attorney representing a young woman in the case, spoke to CBS News' Jerika Duncan in December.
Local victims have said that when they were 14, 15 years old, they brought 25, 30 girls to him. That's just one person. Nobody has really had the opportunity or ability to see how deep this goes in any other jurisdiction.
Federal agents searched Epstein's New York home last night. He's scheduled to be in court Monday, where we'll learn whether Epstein will be granted bond. Also, the indictment, which led to his arrest, will be unsealed, Dana, revealing more details about the case against him.
A lot of people interested in what those details may be. Mola, thank you very much.